While you were sleeping, a silent army of autonomous agents just moved $6 trillion across the global markets. They didn't take a coffee break, they didn't let fear cloud their judgment, and they certainly did not ask for a bonus. For decades, the image of Wall Street was a man in a power suit screaming into a phone, surrounded by flickering monitors and chaos. That man is now a relic. He has been replaced by a black box, a silicon mind that sees patterns in the global noise that no human brain could ever comprehend. Welcome to the era of the AI hedge fund. Today, the traditional financial advisor isn't just slow, they are obsolete. We are witnessing the greatest transition of wealth power in human history, a shift from human intuition to algorithmic precision. At Stratovest AI, we don't just watch the shift, we map it. Prepare to look inside the machine that is now managing your future. Why is your human advisor obsolete? It's simple biology. A human advisor is limited by 3 fatal flaws: emotion, capacity, and latency. When the market dips, a human feels loss aversion. They hesitate, they hope, they pray. But in the cold, hard world of high-frequency trading, hope is not a financial strategy. Contrast this with the legends of quantitative trading, like Renaissance Technologies' Medallion Fund. Founded by the mathematical genius Jim Simons, this fund has outperformed every human investor in history, including Warren Buffett and George Soros. For decades, they've used complex mathematical models to achieve annual returns of over 60%. They didn't do it with gut feelings or by reading the news. They did it by removing the human from the loop entirely. They built a system that treats the stock market like a giant physics equation, solving for profit with every tick of the clock. Today, AI agents are performing sentiment analysis on millions of social media posts, news wires, and satellite images of shipping ports simultaneously. By the time your advisor finishes his morning coffee and reads the Wall Street Journal, an AI hedge fund has already executed 10,000 trades based on data that hasn't even hit the headlines yet. The gap isn't closing. It has become a canyon that human intelligence can no longer bridge. Think about the sheer scale of data. Every second, billions of data points are generated by global trade, consumer spending, and geopolitical shifts. A human brain can process maybe 7 bits of information at a time. An AI agent can process petabytes. It's not a fair fight, it's a slaughter. You might not know the name Aladdin, but it knows everything about your money. Aladdin is BlackRock's centralized nervous system, an AI platform that manages over $21 trillion in assets. That is nearly 10% of the world's entire wealth held in a single algorithmic brain. Aladdin doesn't just trade, it simulates, it runs thousands of Monte Carlo scenarios every second, predicting how a geopolitical conflict in the Middle East or a sudden drought in Brazil will affect a retirement fund in Ohio or a tech stock in Tokyo. It is the ultimate risk management machine. It sees the butterfly effect in real time. If a factory closes in Southeast Asia, Aladdin knows which European shipping company will lose value before the CEO even gets the news. But it's not just the giants of Wall Street. New age AI hedge funds like Numerai are crowdsourcing global intelligence in a way that sounds like science fiction. They use an encrypted data stream to let thousands of anonymous data scientists build models. These scientists don't even know what the data represents. It could be stocks, crypto, or commodities. They just see the patterns. The best models are then merged into an ensemble AI, a global collective brain that is impossible for a single human office or a boutique firm to compete with. This is decentralized intelligence. It is the democratization of the black box. Then there is the world of alternative data, where the AI's edge becomes truly terrifying. AI agents are now using satellite imagery to count cars in retail parking lots across America to predict quarterly earnings weeks before the company reports them to the SEC. They are analyzing the infrared heat signatures of steel mills in China to determine global production levels in real time. They are tracking the private jets of billionaire CEOs to predict merger and acquisition activity before the lawyers have even drafted the contracts. They are even monitoring the moisture levels in cornfields using high-resolution spectral imaging to trade agricultural futures. Your human advisor is looking at a spreadsheet from last month. The AI is looking at the planet. This is why the old guard is dying. We are currently in the middle of a $100 billion silent takeover. Capital is fleeing traditional wealth management at an unprecedented rate. High net worth individuals and institutional players are moving their assets into quantitative and agentic funds. Why? Because in a world of 24/7 high-speed trading, the old mantra of buy and hold is a dying philosophy. Buy and hold worked when the world moved at the speed of the post office. Now, the world moves at the speed of light. In 2026, the concept of a long-term investment has changed. A long-term trend can now be created and destroyed by an algorithm in a matter of hours. We must also talk about the rise of autonomous wealth workforces. These aren't just simple bots programmed with if-then logic. They are large action models. They are interconnected agents that manage tax loss harvesting, portfolio rebalancing, and risk parity with zero manual input. They can move capital between different asset classes, from Bitcoin to gold to real estate, based on real-time volatility triggers. This shift is creating a two-tier society: those who use financial intelligence powered by AI, and those who are left with the expensive, slow, and error-prone leftovers of the old banking system. One side has a supercomputer, the other side has a calculator. At Stratovest AI, our mission is to decode these high-level institutional strategies for the modern investor. If the global elite are using silicon brains to protect and grow their billions, you cannot afford to rely on a human who is prone to panic, fatigue, and cognitive bias. Human traders get tilted after a loss. They get overconfident after a win. AI agents feel nothing, they only execute. They are the perfect soldiers for the financial battlefield. Think about the 2010 flash crash, where the market dropped nearly 1,000 points in minutes. That was caused by algorithms interacting with each other. While humans were frozen in fear, staring at their screens, the algorithms were busy adjusting, hedging, and eventually stabilizing the market. Is this system perfect? Of course not. When every fund uses the same AI models, we risk the danger of systemic fragility. If every agent decides to sell at the same millisecond because they all saw the same pattern, the liquidity of the market can vanish instantly. This is the crowded trade problem on a digital scale. Furthermore, we face the black box problem. Sometimes, an AI makes a trade that yields massive profits, and even the original programmers don't fully understand why it made that move. It found a nonlinear correlation between seemingly unrelated events. It found a pattern in the noise. That is simply beyond human logic. This is the birth of post-human finance. But here is the hard truth you must accept. You cannot opt out of this reality. The markets have already been colonized by code. Every time you buy a stock or trade a coin, you are likely trading against an AI that has already calculated your next 3 moves. You can either be a victim of the algorithm or the master of it. The era of the expert who talks on television is over. The expert is now a series of neural networks running in a cold data center in Northern Virginia or Zurich. The human advisor isn't just going away. They are being repurposed as emotional coaches, handholders for people who are afraid of the numbers. They are there to provide service, not performance, but for the actual movement of capital, for the growth of wealth. The machine has already won. We are standing at the dawn of intelligent capital, a world where your money works as hard as an AI, without sleep, without bias, and without limits. This is not just a change in technology. It is a change in the fundamental nature of value itself. The $1 trillion shift isn't a prediction. It is a current event happening in the fiber optic cables beneath our feet. Imagine a world where your personal AI agent is constantly scanning the horizon for opportunities. It knows your risk tolerance, your goals, and your timeline. It negotiates with other agents in a global marketplace to get you the best yields, the lowest fees, and the most secure assets. This is the future we are building at Stratovest AI. We are moving from a world of active management to a world of autonomous management. In this world, the most valuable asset you can own isn't just the money itself, it's the algorithm that manages it. If you want to stay ahead, you need to understand the tools of the future. You need to understand how these agents think, how they trade, and how they are rewriting the rules of the game. The era of manual finance is dead. The era of the agent has begun. Don't be the one left holding a paper map while everyone else is using GPS. Secure your wealth. Understand the machine. This is your gateway to the new economy. Join the revolution at Stratovest AI. Secure the future.